This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
So it's a 6-man team, as we mentioned: Jerry Stubbs, Super Olympia, and the Superstar. And you guys are going to be in a losing effort, losing to Jacques Rougeau, Rick McCord, and Robert Fuller. Let's break that down. Rick McCord, as best I can tell, was just a journeyman territory guy. I don't think he ever was a big TV wrestler. Do you remember Rick McCord?
Yeah, he's a small guy, blonde hair, pretty fair hand. I think he was from the Carolinas, if I'm not mistaken.
And then he's teaming with Mr. Robert Fuller, who a lot of us WCW fans remember as Colonel Robert Parker. Is this your first time being in the ring with Robert Fuller?
Probably. And he was part ownership too. He had points, and he was a lifer down there. Jimmy Golden had some points. Bob Armstrong had points. Ron had the majority, I'm sure. Robert had some points, and I think his wife's brother had a couple of points. And you know, back in the day, Robert was a over babyface, big handsome guy, and you know, they had been there for some time, and he was well established, and you know, he was top guy. Good deal. It was a good group of opponents for us.
Talk to us a little bit about the way, when you say points, I feel like a lot of our listeners won't know exactly what you mean. You're talking percentage ownership in the territory. So if there's this big pot of money, this guy gets so-and-so percentage and that guy gets so-and-so percentage of the profits as quote unquote owner, right?
That's absolutely correct. Thank you for explaining that. Yeah. And I want to say Jimmy had 10 points. I want to say Bob had 10 points. Not sure about Robert. I just know that Ron was always, it was pretty clear, was the boss and had the majority of the points and had the final say-so on stuff. And hey, that, you know, when business was good, those 10 points could be pretty sizable. I remember being over at Robert's one week. Now we were making, at its best, I was making around $850 a week.
Well, you know, for 83, 84, that's pretty good.
Till I saw Robert's check plus his points laying there on his table. We went over to shoot the shit with him one day, have a couple beers, and I don't know if it was laid there to be seen or he just forgot and it was sitting there, but it was a check for $6,000
For the week?
for the month.
Okay.
But that was his points check.
Oh, okay.
Just his points check.
That's a big deal.
So I'm sure those guys with points, their weekly payoffs were a lot bigger than everybody else's, as they should have been. They were the owners. They were the bosses. And so if you do that kind of math, now you just say that was your average times 12 plus whatever he made working in a little territory down there. That is, you know, something we should mention, which was another I found out after I'd been there a couple of weeks. Everything in Pensacola is priced for military.
Oh, I see.
Because it's such a huge Navy base and such a, you know, you got the guys in the military have to be able to afford to live there. So rent, gasoline, all those things that are staples were very inexpensive. Now, I think we should touch before we move on. It's December, but you could still go to the beach.
Yeah.
Because Conrad,
it's 70 something.
It's 72 for a high with a little bit of a breeze blowing.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
It feels great. Now the water's probably a little chilly, but if you're just going to hang out on the sand, it don't get no better.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.